think Poirier's gonna take it again, man.
Really? How come?
Conor is not what it used to be, I think, and like whenever you're working on the mistake you did in the fight before, for the next fight you're a step behind, and by the time, like, you're a step behind, these guys are working on the next thing, plus these guys have been good at what you've been trying to defend for a while now, and now you're gonna overthink about what just happened. Meanwhile, the guy keeps improving. And I feel like McGregor was a little bit of a puzzle for a lot of reason, and now they're kind of figuring him out. And I feel like he hasn't been training grappling as much lately either. And I don't know. I think Poirier is gonna find a way again.
Fan of both. I'm gonna pick McGregor. Obviously, just to keep his name and legacy alive, you know what I mean? I'd love to see him go for a run again. And, just a big fan of McGregor and what he's done for the sport. And I love his personality. I like guys like that who have fun and talk shit. So I'll pick McGregor.
I'm going with Poirier. I picked Poirier the second time they fought, the last time they fought. And the reason is because he's been in that octagon. He's had, I think, like hours actually more than Conor in the recent years, just because that experience makes a difference. His ability to take a punch, because he one of the things people don't realize, we take a punch better being in the proper base. Chin up, terrible for a punch. Chin down, you take a punch better. And I think he's really figuring out where to keep his chin and to not get hit, one, and where to keep his hands, and then two, if he does get hit, he has the ability to absorb the punch and roll with the punches. And I think that gives Conor a difficult time. So I'm leaning towards Dustin again, but we'll see what happens. Either one's fine with me. I'm not too picky as far as who I fight. I just want to fight and enjoy myself.
Yeah, so like I'm a Conor fan, man. I enjoyed his upbringing. He came from nothing, like his whole story, the way he bursted into the UFC, and to me, I think he paved the way for where we are now in the sport, in a sense. You know what I mean? He really took it to another level. So, yeah, I appreciate Conor, but I think he did lose focus a little bit of how he got there, and it seems like he's getting the hunger back and everything. But Dustin Poirier is a tough opponent, man. I'm gonna say I predict Conor winning. It is the fight he has to win, you know what I mean? Because if you don't win this, I mean, where does he really go from here? So it's one of those fights. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Conor. I feel like he's gonna make those adjustments, what he needs to do, and yeah, I want to see him go back to the old McGregor, like running his mouth. I think that's what he needs to do. I think that's what made him who he is. So I'm gonna go with McGregor on the trilogy.
After much money Conor have, he's not gonna be same. I think he more businessman now than fighter level he was before. I think Poirier gonna beat him again. That's what I think, But for sure he is great, one of the greatest for all time, Conor McGregor.
You think?
I think Poirier can win one more time. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's my opinion. But I like Conor because I saw when I was young. I saw a lot of videos with him, and his trash talk. I'd like to win. I'd like to see his victory, because if he lost second fight, everyone like said, you know, we'll say, oh, Conor like done, you know, in UFC, and he should like go retire.
I'm an ATT man myself, so I gotta go with Poirier.
Yeah, it was an
I'm a
excellent
team
point.
guy. I don't go to the gym anymore. I gotta switch teams, but I never ride against my teams, no matter if I'm with them or not. So it's Mr. Poirier all the way.
I think Poirier, you know, I think he like really saw how to win, you know. I think he saw like kind of what worked out good for him, and I think it's just hard to find the motivation, you know, even though like McGregor, you know, he's obviously gonna be like motivated, no one likes to lose and things like that, but I think, you know, Poirier is just really more motivated right now, you know. He doesn't kind of have kids and all these things. It really does make a difference in the life, you know, even though for the guy maybe and I think his wife is like, McGregor's wife is pregnant, so another one on the way, you know, newborn, it's gonna be pretty crazy, you know. But I think Poirier wins the third round.